Hi, this is Attorney Joe Mitchell, YourHarvardAttorney.com, serving Greater Philadelphia with criminal defense. And I'm also a volunteer at the Philadelphia Lawyers for Social Equity, Pulse. And this is a great organization, and we're really doing a lot around expungements and pardons. So this is now Section 4 of the pardon application. That is a very important section, and we're going to go into some real detail about it now. So I want to, first of all, show you that pardon application. Okay, so this is Section 4 of the pardon application. And what we want to do here is to list all the additional criminal information and driver history that you're not seeking a pardon for. And this will be arrests without convictions. This will be cases in other states or federal. This will be driving history outside of Pennsylvania. So let's look at it. Let's read what it says here. So aside from the offenses which you seek clemency/read pardon, have you been arrested, taken into custody, held for investigation? So anytime you've been arrested, you need to put it down here. A charge for any sort of offense, you need to put it down here. You are not required, however, to list charges that were expunged. Now, Philadelphia, the Pulse, the Philadelphia Lawyers for Social Equity, offers help in getting records expunged. So if you have charges which could get expunged, like non-convictions, like very minor cases, you can go to Pulse and go to their website, and it'll be pulsephilly.org/intake, and you'll see that information on the below this video that you can get to reach out to them if you do have expungible cases. So then when you finish this, like right at the bottom of this, it's very important that you answer yes or no. And if you only have one conviction and no other arrests, then you can just click no. But if you do have other information, juvenile record or adult record, you have to click yes. So then for juvenile, if you have a juvenile record, you should write down whatever you remember about your juvenile record. I mean, this may have been a long time ago. Now, Pulse believes that it's wrong for the government to ask you about juvenile charges because they're supposed to be confidential. And this is especially true if you're 23 years or older now, and when what you did as a kid really shouldn't matter anymore. So if that's you, Pulse believes that the Board of Pardons does not have a right to make you put your juvenile record down on a document like this. It's a public record. So you can also think about writing this. And you would write it right in this section here. You could just handwrite it or type it in. I did not have a juvenile court record, and I did have a juvenile court record, and I'd be happy to talk with you about it, but I don't want to write it down in a public document. So if you want to do that, or you can write it down, but we recommend that you just say you'd be happy to talk about it, but you don't want to write it down. So for the other charges, though, other than juvenile, anytime that you were arrested, you need to write it down. Federal, state, whether you were convicted or not, in this state or other states, anytime that you were arrested, you need to write it down. And you need to write the offense and the disposition. So you can look on your court summary. You can also you have to list any time that you were arrested at all. In this state, in other states, anytime you had any kind of other convictions, other states, federal, you need to write it all down. Except for expungements now. So you need to contact Pulse if you are eligible for expungement, so you wouldn't have to write that down. And then finally, we have traffic citations and tickets. And what you want to do on this is only for tickets that you've received, and these are moving violations. These are not parking tickets. Tickets that you received outside of Pennsylvania. What they're looking for is repeat offenses like driving without a license, driving without insurance, those kinds of things outside of Pennsylvania. And they're looking also for DUIs, which you would probably not put in this area, but you would put this under adult charges. And they just want to make sure that if you had DUIs, that you list them. You want to list everything, all your traffic tickets, anything, any arrests, any non-arrests with traffic tickets, so that they have a complete record and they don't think that you're trying to hide anything. So that is the end of section 4, and you can attach a supplemental page if you need to, but hopefully this would be enough for you to put down. And if you're not totally sure of the fines, points, and license, all of this stuff, and it happened a long time ago, you can just put whatever you remember. So that is what I have to say about section 4, additional criminal information. And again, if you have any questions, you can reach out to Pulse or you can reach out to me, and the information for that is below this video. And of course, again, to repeat one more time, if you have expungements which you're eligible for and you have not gotten them done yet, reach out to Pulse about those things sooner than later so that they get off your record right away. Thank you so much for listening to this one, and we will continue with the next section. So please keep listening, get all the information you need, and let's get this done. Thanks.